We, there we go. We are live. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, one of my favorite days of the week, Wealth Wellness Wednesday. Good morning, everyone. This is Carroll-Sue, aka Naughty Boss Live with
TwoSistas. Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and it is Wealth Wellness Wednesday. And yes, I am a little bit early with the decorations, but you know me, I love to fool around with backgrounds. So yeah, I'm kind of liking this new vibe, you know, the holiday vibes. And at TwoSistas, you know, we're always up to something in the works. And speaking of in the works, an email went out this morning. So, you know, lots of good stuff happening. So I know, Carroll-Sue, you're in between flights.
I sure am. I am a destination that I'm not going to say where I'm exactly at, but I'm in a corner. My mask is in hand, but I'm drinking water. So I'm hoping, and it's kind of quiet where I'm at, meaning the gate area. So I'm hoping that I can get this live off fine without anyone coming for me to mask up. You know, it's funny when you do travel, you know, all the stresses that come with traveling, which we all know. And so I really try to minimize the stress, especially on Wealth Wellness Wednesday, because it's such a good day to be kind to. I mean, we should be kind to everyone every single day, but especially on Wealth Wednesday, where most people that, you know, are entrepreneurs, but a lot of the brick and mortar, you know, employees are really starting to get the hang of Wealth Wellness Wednesday and having that great, healthy relationship with money and wealth. And when you give more, you receive more. When you receive more, you can impact more. And that's the whole premise behind Wealth Wellness Wednesday. It's having a healthy relationship with money. And how do you do that? You know, a lot of people say, oh, you know, you've got to be, you know, in the 6-figure category or the 7-figure, the 8-figure category to make an impact. Well, we work towards that, right? But the bottom line is we never know how we're going to impact somebody, you know, with just a showing of kindness. So, of course, I'm in an area where it's a bunch of strangers, because it has to be, Wealth Wellness Wednesday has to do with an unsuspecting person that you're going to give a little something to. So I have a lot of strangers around me, so you just never know. How about you, Jan?
Well, I just got a news alert, and oh boy, this is something about the inflation rate is the fastest growing in 31 years.
Yeah, and actually the other stat that they came out with, the cost of living last month, I believe was 5.2, which is extremely high, and now it's over 6%. They're talking about turkeys last year. For a 16-pound turkey was $25 and change, and now it's $58 and change for a 16-pound turkey. It talked about meat, and I believe they're up over 24%, maybe a little bit higher. They went by categories, and so I was watching that on my first flight, and I was like, you know, and the other key piece too is the average gas prices. The average is $3.42, where last year at this time it was like $2.12. So how they kind of figure the cost, it's actually costing a family of 2. And, you know, obviously if you're a bigger family than that, and I believe, yeah, it was a family of 2. It's either one person or a family of 2, an extra $1,000 this year just in gasoline alone. So now you combat that with, you know, all the prices that are at the grocery store, besides the pump, traveling, you name it. That's a horrible sound. I hope it's not too loud on your end. It's pretty loud on my end.
Yeah, it is pretty loud.
Did somebody go out the wrong door?
That's
I don't know.
It sounds like.
I'm hearing an announcement in the back nose. But hopefully it goes down a little bit. I'm going to mute, and you. Oh, there it goes. It finally went down. Somebody obviously went out the wrong door. But anyways, you know, that impacts our healthy. That impacts our Wealth Wellness Wednesday, because you think, with all these skyrocketing prices, how can I still do it? The beauty of Wealth Wednesday is it's not about the monetary amount. It's about the act. So if you got $1 and $1 is all you can spare this week, guess what? It still counts. It's the actual act of giving to an unsuspecting person. When you do that act, you're putting it out in the universe, And it's just a good feeling. You feel good because you don't know how you're going to impact somebody's day. And especially where the prices are rising, right?
Mhm.
Every dollar counts.
It sure does. And it's all about gratitude, and the act of gratitude is probably one of the, I don't want to say rarest forms of emotion, but it can be as something as simple as, I know you don't like coffee, but paying for the guy's coffee behind you, or again, not about the amount, it's about the act, the generosity, the gratitude of creating that ripple effect. You feel good when you do it. The person receiving it is like, wow, oh my God, that was so wonderful. And that creates the ripple effect. And that person that you gave to, all likelihood, is going to carry that through the whole day. So think of all one act of kindness, having that gratitude in your heart and sharing that, what you've shared, how many times that has manifested itself into more. And that's really what all of that is all about. So always such an exciting day for sure.
And what's cool about it is you can be creative, right? You can go into a store, you can sneak it into a box of diapers, you can put it in some cat food. Like you said, paying it forward if you're at a drive-through, if you're on the highway and you still even have cash tolls, because a lot of those are going away, pay for the person behind you, which is also a cool feeling. And you're right, gratitude is not necessarily the rarest of all emotions, but it's actually the greatest of all emotions, because it releases those endorphins of feeling good, knowing that you impacted somebody in a healthy way, a fun way. And, kind of like where I'm at now, because there's so many strangers, I will get the opportunity to share it with an unsuspecting person and kind of watch it. So I don't know, I just may go into, where they sell the water or the candy or whatever. Just, I purposely got the water. Oh, by the way, this water was $4. It is 25 ounces, but it was $4, and the reason why I did that is I needed some change because I only had $50 bills on me. I needed some change. So I think I may just go slip a bill, maybe in the water area, just stick it right in between 2 bottles of water, and then I can sit back and see who finds it. That might be kind of fun.
Yeah. And funny thing that you mentioned about the tolls, because I was in a clubhouse room this morning and we were talking about things that have happened with gratitude, or maybe a difficult or stressful situation that you came across. And I was actually on my way home from Philly this past trip. And I believe it was the George Washington Bridge in New York. And by the way, that place is just absolutely crazy. When I realized, I thought I had cash on me. I didn't have that as much as I thought, for whatever reason. That's okay. Had a $5 bill and some change. And I got up to the toll booth and I said, I don't know what you're going to do, but I don't have any cash. All I have is $5 and some change. And she kind of looked at me and I'm sorry. I said to her, I'm sure you've run across this before. And she said, well, yeah, when you go through, we'll, it'll take a picture of your license plate. And I thought to myself, oh, great. Because on my way down, I scooted around and I went through Easy Pass. So I know I'm going to be getting some bills. But the funny thing about the $5 bills, and I said, you know what? I said, here, take this $5 bill and give it to the guy behind me. I'm sure he needs it. And of course, I only moved like maybe one or two car lengths ahead because the traffic was terrible. So I got to see the guy's reaction when and I'm looking in my rear view mirror and she hands the guy the $5 bill. And it's like, I saw him going, and then she pointed, the car ahead. And he was like, you have to look for a second. He was like, and, so that obviously I got to, see that happen and, and I waved back, but, yes, to answer your questions, yes, there still are cash tolls.
And I'm preoccupied with this cap. So this is the cap that goes to the top of my water, and you should be able to flip it up and then just like squirt the water. the plastic on it is like so it's covered to be protected.
Right.
For the life of me, I can't figure out how to get it off. So that's why we have to take it off and drink it, which knowing me, I'll end up spilling, but you can't get the plastic off. I got to go back to the store and see if they got a scissors or something. I can't do it. It's
Oh my
like
God.
so tight. There's no way I can open it up, but go ahead. Yeah. I mean, how cool that is that you got to see, who was receiving that. That's so awesome.
Because I was flustered. I'm like, well, what are they going to do? They can't pull me over to the side and call the police. Like, I was thinking of all these when you're in the heat of the moment of something stressful, which it was a little bit stressful because New York drivers, I'm sorry, you guys are crazy, cray. And I'm sure it was just not all New York drivers, but, being in that situation where you're like, and I had that moment of, okay, chill out, Janice. Like, I'm sure they've run into this before, and I'm sure it's frustrating for them because then they got to do, something else and make sure they get my plate number. So I'm sure my plate numbers all over New York, New Jersey, you name it. In fact, I have a couple of bills I got to pay here for my tolls, which I will get done today at some point. But, easy pass, here I come. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, yes. And, again, come up with creative ways that you can impact someone. When you create that ripple effect, that domino effect, it really just sparks. And just imagine this. Oh my goodness, a little bird just flew by me that's indoors. This little bird, you never know where you're going to see it in an airport. But anywho, creative ways, people, kind of find out, maybe something that you're passionate about. I love the one sticking, a couple bills in where they put the credit card in to get their gas. Now, who wouldn't appreciate that with the gas prices, right? We know that meat is on a skyrocket. Take some Scotch tape with you and tape a bill or two on, ham, on a turkey. If you can find the turkey, that's the key, find the turkey. So be creative with it, have fun with it. It's a great exercise. It kind of de-stresses the stress that we're already under. Plus you're doing an act of kindness for somebody. It's kind of a win-win, don't you think?
Right. And as you were chatting about that, it made me think of something else that TwoSistas might be doing on the horizon. So
That's all good stuff.
There's a lot of spinning going around up here.
There is a lot of spin. Well, we want to know what you are going to do this Wealth Wednesday. How are you going to pay it forward to an unsuspecting person? We would love to hear your creative ideas because, when we share different ideas, it creates that creative juice flowing within your brain, and it sparks somebody else to do it. And a lot of times when they hear how creative it is, they're like, how can I top that? And we'd love to hear those stories. But with that, this is the shorter podcast today because I'm traveling and you're busy. So with that, we wish you a great Wealth Wellness Wednesday. Don't worry about, what you're hearing on the news with the, 30-year high inflation numbers. It's out of our control. What's in our control is kindness and paying it forward. We will see you tomorrow for Trending Thursday. I'm sure there'll be some good things trending. I can't wait to chat about. This is Carroll-Sue, aka Naughty Bus, live with
TwoSistas. Hey, everyone. Have an amazing day. Wealth Wellness Wednesday. This is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, signing off for now. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.